Hello my darling yogis. Oh, just to come to the mat each and every time, it's this beautiful release that I hope you can feel. Your moment to surrender and just be. And to be clear in your mind that that's enough. So I'd like to take you through a practice today, which is a little different. We're going to pop our legs up the wall. It's an amazing, soothing practice for any of us who suffer with restless legs, tired legs, if you're on your feet all the time. This is beautiful. It just allows everything to come back down to zero and connects with your mind. Lets everything just start to release and relax. So we'll take our breathing practice through this. You can have a blanket or a folded up towel to place right up against the skirting board at the base of your mat if you feel that you need it. But just take a little time to set yourself up. So the way I like to get really close with my sit bones to the wall is, and it does take time and practice to get this, so have a few practices. You can stop and start the video as often as you like. But if you bring your hips and your sit bones right to the edge of the mat with your sit bones up against the wall as close as you can, you want your buttocks close to the wall, and then bring yourself into a right angle, so this arm comes all the way down the side of the mat. You see? That way, if you bring your body along the side of the mat, that way, when you sweep your legs up the wall, it means that you are central on your mat and your mat is supporting your back. Your legs are up the wall. You can take time to shuffle. So this could be maybe when you need your blanket, just to place it gently underneath your tailbone. However, I'm just going to sweep that to the side. I like my tailbone to rest all the way down to the mat. So have a moment or two, wriggle around until you feel really comfortable. If you've never done this before, you've got a real treat in store. So we'll just settle into this release for the back body to begin with. And you might notice that I've kept my socks on today. When you've got your legs up the wall, your feet can get quite cold, so pop your socks on and just have a moment to settle in. Bring your attention into your soft breath. Maybe have a little wiggle through the knees. It should be really comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, then gently wriggle around until you do. Enjoy that soft, natural breath in and out of your nose if you have it. If not, just breathe through your mouth. Breathing to soothe your soul. As you allow beautiful, positive images to focus on. Maybe the face of somebody you love, or just beauty. A butterfly, your favourite flower, something that makes you smile. Bring it into your heart centre as you allow your belly to softly rise and fall with your breath. And as you prepare for movement, take a long breath in as you reach your fingertips up and over your head. Reach, stretch, and as you stretch through your fingertips, press through the heels of your feet and draw the toes down towards your knees. Spread your toes wide. This upside down right angle that you're in. Take a long breath into it, and then softly bring your sit bones back down, your tailbone down, let the toes release, and sweep your arms up and over your head. Allow the palms of your hands just to rest on the mat by the side of you, or you can bring them out to support your upper body, but palms face down, just for a moment or two. We're going to maybe wiggle through the knees again, bring a little bit of life into those legs. And then push up through the heels, there my heels squeaking on my wall. Pushing up, bringing the toes down towards the knees. Spread your toes wide and breathe in. Curl just your toes. Exhale, long and slow. Breathing them open towards the knees. And curling your toes. Exhale. Breathing those toes open and wide. And curling just your toes. Exhale. Bring the toes towards your knees. Push through the heels. Breathe in. Feel that length at the back of your legs. Okay, now point and press the toes up towards the sky. Exhale. Twice more. Toes towards the knees. We breathe long and slow in. And point and press away. Long, slow exhale. One more time, breathing them up. And point and press away. Let the toes rest, let the legs rest. Maybe have another wiggle through your knees. Maybe shake those feet a little further apart. And get your knees involved as you draw big opposing circles with your toes. Releasing through the ankles. Releasing through the knees and the hips. Just getting a little bit of movement in. Rolling them around. And then shake those legs back in. At hip distance apart. So we're pressing up through the heels of the feet, hands are wide to support your body. Chin is tucked in, the shoulders are released. Take a long breath in. Start to draw the one heel down the wall until you find a connection of the perfect sole of your foot into the wall. When you have that connection, press through the heel of the other foot. And just gently raise your tailbone up a little as you push through the sole of the foot onto the wall. Just find it, you're raising that tail a little, the belly is strong. And then softly release the tailbone back down. You see, sometimes it's the smallest movements that have the biggest impact on our body. So strengthening, lengthening, releasing with your breath. Pushing into the foot, raising the tail. And settling it down. And then press through the heel and raise it all the way back up to the sky. Have a wiggle through your knees. And do the same on the other side. We always start by realigning everything. And gently start to draw the other heel down. And we know that we could feel quite different one side to the other side. So pressing into the perfect sole of the other foot, pressing through the long leg foot, heel, and then raising through the tail. So you're bringing the belly button deeply into the spine, and the small of the spine is pressed strongly into the mat. I can't get my hands underneath the small of my back. Exhale. That's where you release back into your natural spine. Push into the foot that's on the wall. Raise the tailbone up a little. And exhale to softly release back down. I'm doing this one more time. Exhale. Press into the heel, softly raise it back up the wall, or wiggle through the knees. Okay, so bringing the other foot down again, the first foot, pressing through the heel of the long leg foot, and then gently hold on to the shin of your bent leg. I'm going to gently bring the knee into the chest. Okay, so this is a small move. Using the hands, I like to interconnect my fingers, but I'm supporting my knee and just small circles with the knee. So I'm supporting the knee joint and I'm getting deep into my hip. So you may only want to take this literally tiny little circles or bigger. Change it and take it into the other direction. Okay, this is where we're going to place the ankle as high up over the long leg as we can. Place the hand on the inside of the knee and bring the other hand onto the other hip so that we don't come up and off the grounding hip. Just gently start to ease the knee away. Notice if you're taking tension into your shoulders, let them go. Let them go. We're just easing that hip open, but we're connecting the other hip down. So we're not rolling from side to side through the hips. It's an internal rotation. If this is enough for you, just hang around here for a bit. If, however, you would like more, again, incrementally, we're gently going to start bringing the top leg foot down the wall. Literally, little bit by little bit. So you'll start to feel a strong stretch down the IT band from the back of that hip, the glute, the side of the leg, all the way down here. Now you might want to give it a good old rub. Really thick muscle. And it takes a long time to release. You might even want to get your fist in there and get some knuckles going. Just do what feels good for you, and if you just want to stay there and release, that's cool. So you take it just as much as you need to. Maybe each time you want to bring the foot down another millimetre, drawing that leg even closer towards you. And if you've taken it too far, just come back at the wall a tad. And breathe with it. Long, slow, nourishing breaths. Feed the muscles with the oxygen where you feel the muscles need it. Yeah. Enjoy that lovely, beautiful breath. This is restorative pose, legs up the wall. It has so many benefits to soothe and calm the soul, release the mind, but oh my goodness, if you struggle with restless legs, this is the one. I hope it helps you. So we're respectfully going to come out of this posture the way we came into it. So slowly reach the heel of your long leg back up the wall. And then take a hold of your bent leg knee. Scoop the knee back into the chest. Realign the hip, let the shoulders rest. And again, we're just finishing as we started this with small circles, rotating the hip in place, both directions. Place the sole of the foot on the wall. Bring the palms down. Press into the sole of the foot. Lift your tailbone up. This releases the small of the back as you take your breath into that belly. And gently release the tailbone back down to the mat. Press into the heel and draw the foot back up to the sky. Let's have a little shake of the legs, the knees. Okay, you ready for the other side? Me too. Prepare. Gently start to bring the knee down and into your chest. Have a little squeeze. You know this side is going to feel different to the other side. So we're supporting the knee with our hands. And gently start to rotate the knee, the hip, maybe 5 revolutions, and then take it in the other direction. Enjoy your breath with it. And when you're ready, let's place the ankle over the long leg and as high up that leg as you can. Try not to place it on your knee. You don't want to push against a hinge joint in your body. So mine is above my knee. And that again is quite a challenge for some. As we place the hand on the inside of that knee and the other hand just grounds us, anchors our hip down into the earth. We don't want to come up, we don't want to twist through the pelvis or the spine. So keep this hand as a reminder on the hip to keep that hip grounded. It's the inside of your bent leg hip that is going to find a bit of space. So just softly press the knee away, open the hip up. Roll your shoulders, rest your shoulders, breathe into this. I know what a challenge these postures can be, especially when you're new to the practice. The more you play and replay the videos of these practices, it's like anything. You're going to ease more into your physical body and your brain will have worked out, okay, so I've visited this one before, I can do it. And it should get easier. If it feels right, it's right. If it feels wrong, please adjust yourself. Let's start to bring the heel down. You see, I haven't got half as much space this side as I have the other side. So I'm just going to breathe into it and give the side of my leg, the side of my hip, my buttock, my glute, a little rub, got some heat in there, just help ease that big old muscle. It was described to me, the IT band was described to me as being the thickness of a lorry tyre. And when you think about how, could you stretch a lorry tyre? That's how much respect you need to give this posture. Yeah. And when you're there, you can just slowly start to bring the foot maybe a tad further down the wall. You might feel your tail raising. That's okay, so long as you're supporting the small of your spine. You want the small of the spine connected into the mat. It's always a lovely thing to release the neck and the shoulders when you're allowing another part of your body to surrender into a lovely stretch. And you need to give it the time to actually make a difference to the length of these muscles. And bringing your head back into alignment with your spine if you've been rolling it. Ooh. I can feel that. Another rub. Restorative yoga takes time. To make that difference. Okay, we'll slowly come out of it. And gently hold on to the knee, interlace your fingers, support your knee joint. Bring that knee back into the chest, give it a good old snuggle, stretch through the glute. And then finishing as we started, small rotations. And in the other direction. Looking after the hips. Will support the spine. So let's draw the heel up to the sky. Have a little rock through those knees, fast as you want to. Go on. Maybe give them a shake apart. Don't take them too far apart that you can't come back from. Rotate your toes in opposing directions. And then change direction. And then give those legs a good old shake back in. Let's bring the inside edges of the feet to connect, squeezing through the inside of your legs, pushing up through the heels of the feet, maybe raising your tail, bringing the belly strongly into the spine and the spine into the mat. Pressing up, breathing in, long straight legs, and then let them rest down. Let's do that again. We're pushing up through the heels of the feet, toes come to the knees, raising up, breathing into the belly, squeezing strong. One more big breath in. And softly release your tailbone back down. And give your legs another shake. Feet are hip distance apart. Give yourself time to find your release. Turn the palms of your hands open. You can let your toes rock outwards if that's the most comfortable position for you. Upside down. Tuck your chin in and have a moment of surrender here. So I have my legs up the wall, but if you find that your tired legs or your restless legs are worse just before you go to sleep, actually get your legs up the headboard when you're in bed. Do it for a few minutes before you go to sleep, so you don't have to stand again. You can just cuddle down and into your bed. You can just lie here, upside down, resting, letting the top of your legs, the top of the femur, the ball there, that's the ball in the socket of your hips, just allowing the legs to sink back into their home in a really comfortable way, without resistance, finding their natural place to sit. Beautiful. And as you bring your attention into your belly breath, just softly rising through the belly, as you breathe in and out of your nose. And when you're ready to either snuggle down and go to sleep or restart your day from this position, we do so nice and easy as you bring the palms of your hands back down by the side of your hips, and then gently start to walk your feet down the wall, just an inch at a time. Take your time. Stop wherever you need to, just to give the hips time to think about what we're asking them to do. Letting all the oxygen get into the extremities of your toes, maybe rolling through the feet, gently pressing from the toes to the heels as you roll them on the wall or the headboard. And when you're ready, have a little hug of your knees, squeeze them into your chest. Can you feel that you're raising your tailbone up? Take that breath in. And if it feels good for you, draw the knees open to your armpits. Keep your toes connected. And draw little circles in opposing directions with your knees. And in the other direction. And just small movements are enough. We're going to snuggle those knees back into the chest. Give them a good squeeze. Rocking gently from side to side. And we'll have a little cuddle up on our right side. Snuggle up. Doesn't matter if you're on the floor or a mat, your bed. Just finding that alignment, the head, the heart, the hips, the heels, everything coming back into synchronicity. Yay. Let the blood pressure find its own level. So please don't ever sit up too fast from this position. Okay. Take your top hand, push the floor away gently, and as you come up and into a comfortable seat, we'll be quiet for those of you that are now going to sleep. Say night-night and seal our practice with Namaste.